Alors, un ami de votre enfant l'invite à une fête dans une maison avec une piscine. Mais vous apprenez que le père de cet ami collectionne les armes à feu. Est-ce que vous laissez votre enfant aller à cette fête? Élise?
J'ai pas d'enfant.
D'accord. Mais imaginez que vous en ayez.
Bien sûr, à première vue, ce serait irrationnel de considérer les armes à feu comme le facteur déterminant, puisque statistiquement, les piscines représentent un risque plus important pour les enfants. Je suppose que c'était ça la réponse que vous attendiez?
Ben...
Mais bon, comme je l'ai dit, ça c'est à première vue, il y a beaucoup d'autres variables à prendre en compte. Est-ce que la fête sera surveillée? Est-ce que la piscine a un système d'alarme?
D'accord.
L'un dans l'autre, j'aurais tendance à considérer que les armes à feu représentent le plus grand danger. Même si, encore une fois, en l'absence de données sur le père et sur la façon dont est sécurisée sa collection d'armes...
Bon, voilà, ça va. En fait, je voulais montrer qu'en matière d'analyse de risque, on ne choisit pas toujours la solution la plus rationnelle.
Sans oublier que plus l'enfant aura passé de temps dans l'eau, plus il a de chances de devenir un bon nageur. Ce qui est un autre facteur à prendre en compte. Mais bon, comme je disais, j'ai pas d'enfant.
Merci, Élise.
Olivier,
Ça fait longtemps.
comment ça se passe, à Paris?
Trop de travail pour en profiter. Tu prends des cours de management?
T'es parti. J'ai jamais voulu devenir chef.
Pense à ce qu'on t'apprendra pas en formation. Remercie les gens. Félicite-les quand ils font du bon boulot. Et si tu te souviens des anniversaires.
Je pense que c'est bon. J'ai bien toutes les dates en tête maintenant.
Ton équipe, c'est des personnes. Intéresse-toi à eux, pas seulement en tant que flic. Fais semblant.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais ici?
T'es au courant de la fille dans le tunnel? Les parents qui ont disparu?
Louise va y aller.
C'est pour ça que je suis là.
Louise, je vais en Angleterre avec toi. Je veux une vérification complète de tous les véhicules qui étaient dans le même wagon.
Ça y est, on est dessus. Ça va, Olivier?
Chloé Fournier, il y a quelqu'un de sa famille qui peut s'en occuper quand on la ramènera? Son père biologique?
Non, il est aux États-Unis, il l'a jamais vu. Mais la mère a une sœur, on essaie de la localiser.
Elle a parlé, la gamine?
Non, elle est en état de choc.
C'est maintenant qu'il faut qu'elle parle. À chaud. Après, ce sera trop tard. Elle pourra plus rien nous dire d'intéressant. Louise, on prend la navette dans 30 minutes. Bravo à tous. Excellent travail d'équipe.
Dring, 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 dring.
Allô? Je m'appelle Carl. Je travaille dans le Winnie the Pooh suite. Do you say Winnie the Pooh in French? On dit Winnie the Pooh en français? Excusez-moi. Carl Robert.
Louise Renard.
And you are?
She's spoken yet?
No.
Bonjour.
Maybe don't crowd her. She's
Je m'appelle Louise.
in deep shock.
Et toi, tu t'appelles comment?
Well, he's not called Winnie the Pooh. In French.
No, I thought perhaps he wasn't. I'm guessing it's not Winnie Lemerde either.
Non, Winnie l'ourson.
Winnie the bear. Piglet?
Oui. Pour ciné.
Sounds like one of the Musketeers.
So this is your department now?
Yeah. Yeah, we deal mainly with immigration issues, domestic abuse, sexual violence. Winnie the
L'ourson.
Ourson suite for kids. This is certainly an unusual one.
But you're not investigating it?
No. I'm just dealing with the child's welfare. I'll take you through to CID as soon as Louise fails to establish communication.
Chloé?
Bonjour.
Ladies and gentlemen, campaigning for justice and human rights has brought me
Ça avance, ce discours?
many beautiful friends.
And a few bodyguards.
Vous m'avez trouvé une cravate?
Oui. Et les livres de Norman Finkelstein dont vous m'avez parlé.
Très bien. Dès que je l'aurai lu, il va falloir que je lui rentre dedans sur son blog.
Je suis sûre qu'il en meurt d'envie.
Let the psychologist do her evaluation. We'll try again later, Louise.
You said you were going to leave the police.
Yeah, well, not so easy with 6 kids. I thought you didn't want Olivier's job.
I didn't. But the other guy who could have replaced him hates me.
Poor judgment.
Yeah, I think so too.
Has quite a ring to it. Commander Wasserman. So what are you doing here then, Commander? Afraid to delegate? Ah, baby. Elise Wasserman and Louise Renard from the Cadet Police. Enchanté. DC Boleslav Borovsky, more commonly known as BB. Hello.
Or Jammy.
Why?
Jam roll equals pole, which I am, originally. It's rhyming slang. Dog and bone equals phone. Boat, that's your face.
Boat doesn't rhyme with face.
Boat race. You just say the first word doesn't rhyme.
Et c'est incapable de parler français.
Would you like some coffee?
Oh, thanks, Carl. White, no sugar for me.
Black, right? And
Right. This is for you.
Thank you.
The van was on the same train as the Fourniers. It's 2 bullet casings. Suggests either a professional execution or...
2 victims.
We're having the blood analysed, then we'll get it cross-checked to DNA for the vehicle.
What type of gun was it?
Still not sure. But the ballistics guys say it's unusual, possibly an Orenco 77.
Chinese.
You know your weaponry. I'm not saying that because you're a woman or anything.
I didn't think you were.
I'll keep you updated.
On va rester ici ce soir. Je voudrais attendre les résultats du labo. Tu veux aller manger quelque chose?
Il m'a déjà invité pour un fish and chips.
Je veux coucher avec toi.
Oui, il est pas très discret, oui.
Il est plutôt attirant, il a le visage très symétrique. Tu penses que vous allez baiser?
Bah, on va peut-être commencer par le fish and chips, et puis pour le reste, on verra après.
Bonne idée.
Je peux facilement décommander si tu préfères.
Non, non, vas-y. C'est important de trouver un bon équilibre vie privée, vie professionnelle.
Ok.
Allô?
This is an honor. Campaigning for justice and human rights brings many beautiful friends. And a few bodyguards, of course.
Vous m'avez volé ma blague.
Non, vous me l'avez donnée.
Montrez-moi. Félicitations, docteur Bresson. Vous le méritez.
Merci.
Last call flight EETT1 to Antwerp. That last call flight
Hello. Hi.
to Antwerp. Please proceed gate 7 gate 7 immediately.
Any luggage check-in, sir?
No.
You, madam?
No, just...
And your passport?
It's with his...
There's only one passport.
Paul, je vous ai donné les 2 passeports et les billets.
Mais il me semble que je vous ai rendu le vôtre.
Non.
I'm sorry, but there's really not much time left to check in.
Il est pas là.
Qu'est-ce qu'on fait?
Allez-y, vous. Le plus important, c'est que vous soyez à l'heure. Je vais chercher mon passeport et je prendrai le prochain vol.
Non.
Paul, vous n'avez pas besoin de moi pour la conférence de presse et vous risquez de la rater. Il y a un autre vol ce soir. Allez-y.
You really must decide now.
Si on n'a pas le choix...
On se retrouve à Paris. Merci.
Hello. That's lovely, thank you.
Terrorism?
We don't know yet. The pilot's requested a divert, which would suggest it's not.
What's he up to? Wait.
Get off me! That hurt!
What are you doing? Eh? You making a little film?
Carl, let him go!
Fuck off. What are you, some kind of paparazzi, eh? You're gonna put it on Lucky Leaks?
Let him go!
Just give everyone a good laugh, eh?
Carl!
You want to see what it's like to be a body in the water? I say what it's fucking like to be a body in the fucking water!
Stop it!
Fuck off, you piece of shit!
Carl, you need to
You
please!
fucking piece of shit!
You lose your job!
Fuck off. That beautiful boy. It's such a waste.
Mayday, we're losing speed. Do something. Mayday, mayday, mayday. CDT 7 Delta 1-8. We've lost control of our instruments. It's like somebody else is flying the plane. No, this can't be. We're going to reach Coffin Corner. Stop climbing. Are we going up or are we going down? We're going down.
Donc c'était pas un attentat.
L'avion a été piraté. Quelqu'un a pris le contrôle du pilote automatique à distance, forcé l'avion à prendre de l'altitude jusqu'à ce qu'il décroche.
Comment on prend le contrôle d'un avion à distance?
D'après ce que j'ai compris, en théorie, on peut hacker le système informatique d'un avion, mais pour ça, il faut qu'il y ait quelqu'un à bord.
C'est peut-être le cas.
Peut-être. Malheureusement, la seule spécialiste qui aurait pu répondre à ces questions a disparu il y a 2 jours dans le tunnel.
Tu penses que l'enlèvement de Madeleine Fournier...
J'en sais rien. C'est peut-être une coïncidence. Mais je veux que tu suives les 2 affaires.
Il n'y a pas eu de revendication?
Non. Mais s'ils peuvent détourner un avion, ils peuvent en détourner plusieurs. Faut qu'on sache très très vite ce qui est arrivé à la famille Fournier.
Ok, j'y retourne tout de suite.
Élise, pour l'instant, t'en parles à personne. Même pas à Karl.
Bonjour.
How's the kid?
Which kid?
The Milky Bar kid.
Chloe Fournier's back with her aunt, but still not talking. So you're heading up this investigation, then?
Yeah, started back in CID today. You staying on the Fournier case?
Yes, Olivier still wants me to coordinate with you on this.
What's the news on the plane?
We're not entirely sure for now.
Mechanical failure?
That's one of the options that's being explored.
Been ruled out yet, so this is still a potential mass murder investigation. All CID will be based up here from now on. Whatever other cases you have on your books, you'll have to put up with the crash investigation teams and the French, so it'll be a bit crowded. But there's no asbestos, and it's nearer the boozer.
On a trié les passagers, ceux sur lesquels on se concentre dans l'immédiat et ceux qui peuvent attendre.
Pourquoi ils peuvent attendre?
Bah, par exemple, Mark Banham. Il avait 6 ans.
Partez pas du principe que c'est en se concentrant que sur ce qui sort de l'ordinaire qu'on trouvera la réponse.
D'accord. Et c'est quoi la réponse qu'on cherche?
Le juge Bresson, il s'était fait pas mal d'ennemis sur certains de ses dossiers, du coup on s'est concentré sur lui et on a essayé de reconstituer ses bagages.
Et alors?
Pas grand-chose, un livre, une trousse de toilette avec des préservatifs dedans.
Et il y a quelque chose quand même d'intéressant du côté de son assistante. Elle était prévue sur le vol et à la dernière minute, elle a pas pu embarquer.
Pourquoi?
Elle a pas retrouvé son passeport au moment d'enregistrer.
Ok.
T'as des projets?
C'est pour le travail.
T'as changé de boulot, alors?
Non.
J'ai un cadeau pour toi. Cool, non?
Il y a vraiment de la sauce dedans.
Mhm.
Et je peux attacher mes clés.
Ouais.
Merci.
Ah, je t'en prie. Qu'est-ce que tu dis de débrancher un moment? De discuter un peu avec moi?
On peut coucher ensemble et discuter après?
Alors toi, on me donne la main et à chaque fois, tu prends le bras.
Attention à l'ordinateur. Commandant Wasserman, police judiciaire? Oui? Oui.
La petite. Je vous ai dit, pas la petite.
Je vous ai dit. T'es sûr qu'il a dit ça? Est-ce qu'il a dit « je vous ai dit » ? Est-ce qu'il avait l'air de les supplier ou est-ce qu'il leur donnait un ordre?
Je sais pas.
Ok, on revient en arrière. Je vous ai dit, t'es sûr qu'il a bien dit ça?
Maybe tell her something reassuring. Tell her she's doing really well.
She isn't. This makes all the difference. Did he say, I told you, which is a very important phrase? Did he sound as if he was begging for mercy, or did he...
Yeah, I understand. But we need to tread gently. She's speaking, but she's still traumatized.
Tu t'en sors super bien, Chloé. C'est très important que tu essayes de te rappeler exactement ce qu'il a dit et comment il l'a dit.
Je veux voir ma maman.
All right, let's just take a break, shall we? Can we get some orange squash? On peut avoir des squash orange biscuits. Baby.
Ça va aller, ma chérie. Je suis
Yeah.
là.
Where's that? I'm in Calais. Good. Right, yeah, I'll come back straight away. Yeah. Cashier service station in Basingstoke. Remember seeing a white van with a Cornwall sticker on the forecourt. We also have a report of a stolen van in Truro that looks like it matches the description the cashier gave.
CCTV?
They're looking into it. Should we get back there? Come on, give her a break.
Those 3 words make a massive difference.
Can you remember what I said to you in that room, exactly?
Yeah, I understand, but we need to tread gently. She's speaking, but she's still traumatized.
Okay, so you're a freak. I'm sorry, but Chloe Fournier was in a very different, very frightening context. Baby. Ah, okay. All right, we'll meet you at the hangar. Bad news first, there's no CCTV from the service station the van was clocked at. Slightly better news is that they used a stolen credit card to buy some food. BB's onto him.
Okay. Not the kid. Not the kid.
Not the kid?
I told you not the kid.
I don't think so. What kind of a parent would be able to leave their child alone and frightened like that?
He's her stepdad.
Still.
Right, yeah, sorry, it's Stefan Churko. No, you pronounce it Churko? Chur, as in chips. Churko. That's no problem. What's the widow's name? Yeah. Yeah, I can be there at 4. Okay, see you later. One of the victims on the plane was Polish. He was an undercover cop investigating a big immigration scam.
What sort of scam?
Oh, it's weddings for passport stuff. I'm gonna deal with it later. We get on this bus. Whoever abducted the Fourniers has dropped the fucking ball, used the stolen credit card again. We've got a location. Yeah.
Where did they use it?
It's an oil company. They do forecourt sales. Yeah. I'm gonna scoot over there now.
They'd need accelerant to burn the van.
What, 100 litres?
Good point. But the properties around there have external fuel tanks.
Well, whatever they're using it for, please, please, please let them have CCTV on the forecourt.
50 quid says they don't.
Well, do you want to come with me, find out?
All right. Can we come?
You go, I've got to talk to Olivier.
Faut qu'on parle à l'assistante de Bresson, Eric Aclin.
J'ai récupéré son dossier. Va falloir qu'elle s'explique sur cette histoire de passeport.
Elle est à la morgue pour identifier le corps, on peut lui dire de venir ici.
On n'a pas le droit de l'interroger sans la présence d'un officier anglais.
Demande à Carl.
J'aimerais pouvoir lui parler, lui dire pour la vue. Il va le découvrir.
Alors attends qu'il le fasse.
Okay, so, Erica, you're not under arrest. I'll just hang about to make sure these guys stick to the high standards of human rights that we British take so seriously. What are you reading?
Turgenev, On the Eve.
You're reading it in Russian?
I speak most European languages.
Where are you from originally?
My parents were German, but I was born and grew up in South America.
Which country?
Chile. Is this part of the interview?
No, this is just small talk. So you don't mind which language we do this in? In the room, Erica Klein, Commander Pujol, Commander Wasserman. DCI Roebuck. Go ahead.
You're the only person with a ticket for the plane who did not board.
Paul lost my passport and ticket. Have they been found?
We're looking into that.
What kind of ticket was it?
An e-ticket.
You printed it out?
Yes.
Why didn't you check in online?
I guess it must have slipped my mind. We had a lot of meetings.
So you gave it to Paul Bresson to look after with your passport?
As I said.
Where did you do that?
A hotel, a taxi. I don't remember.
Why?
Sometimes one person carries the travel documents.
Wouldn't you say it would be more normal for the assistant to do that?
If you're suggesting that I deliberately lost my passport and ticket, surely it would be easier to do if I were holding them.
Passports, very personal things, aren't they? The only person I give mine to carry when we travel is my wife.
We found Paul Bresson's soap bag. It contained condoms. That suggests to me that he was expecting to have sex on his overnight stay.
What a grubby little world you live in, detectives.
Were you lovers? Did you choose the City Dart flight?
It was the best flight.
For what?
For our schedule.
Did you become lovers before or after he hired you as his researcher?
I didn't say we became lovers at all.
It's not a crime. And it does explain the passport. A bit better, to my mind at least.
I don't need to explain the passport better. And yes, we were. But that's not why I got the job.
No, of course not. Sorry, I shouldn't really be asking these questions.
No, no, please. You're quite composed for someone who has just lost her colleague and lover.
Would I be more plausible if I was howling and beating my head? Is that how you measure grief? Do you think the crash was not an accident and that Paul was murdered? Because that's what these questions suggest.
It's not a line of investigation, as far as I'm aware.
Nothing is ruled out yet.
But the plane must have been sabotaged in some way because there was no bomb. How could you possibly believe I did something like that?
Excuse me.
What's that?
Bonjour to you, too. Areas without mains gas supply. I still think they bought the oil to supply a property. So you're going to tell me?
What?
Everything you're not telling me.
You think the plane was hacked remotely?
Think?
That's why we have to investigate every single passenger.
Have they grounded the rest of them?
A specific type of plane has been grounded while they look at ways of preventing that kind of hack.
What if they can do it to other planes?
It'd be a big thing to stop all air travel.
Be a big thing to crash into the sea at 500 miles an hour.
There's been no demands, no claims of responsibility, no further threats.
So, Madeleine Fournier's cybercrime expertise obviously includes hacking, right?
She'd been working on a technique for in-flight emergencies, like loss of cabin pressure. Autopilots could be overridden. Planes could be flown from the ground by air traffic control.
Wow.
They never fully developed it. They got scared it could be misused by cyber terrorists.
I mean, if she was coerced...
Chloe would have been the best means of coercion.
The answer's in there, somewhere.
Boss?
Thanks. For not reminding me that I need to keep that information to myself.
Carl?
Elise, come to the North Bourne interview room, would you?
Could have been a coincidence.
Pretty massive one.
Get everything you can find on Rosa Perso.
Your wish is my command.
Just wanted to bring in a colleague of mine. This is Commander Elise Wasserman from the Calais Police. This is Professor Purcell.
Commander.
So when did you come to the UK, Professor?
Must have been early 90s, after they denied you tenure in Chicago.
That's right.
Yeah.
Rosa was born shortly thereafter.
Parks or Luxembourg?
How about you, Detective? Marx or Liebknecht?
Both, probably.
Were you ever aware that Rosa had met Robert Fournier?
No.
You never discussed him with her?
Why would I? She was just a baby when he was my student.
His records don't show him having a doctorate.
I wouldn't let him submit it.
How come?
Fournier really did have a rather mediocre intellect.
What was his subject?
Well, ostensibly, it was on critical resistance, but it degenerated into subnesian sixth form gibberish.
Did he ever get back in touch with you?
No. He may have spoken to Leanne, my wife.
Why would he speak to your wife?
Well, he came to our house. As most of my graduate students did, they would have gotten to know each other.
So they were close? I mean, close enough to keep in touch?
They communicated for a while longer. He told her something about his life in Belgium and complained about me, of course. And sent flowers to her funeral.
So you knew Robert Fournier, he knew your wife, and your daughter Rosa, who didn't know him as far as we're aware, is involved in his abduction. You can see why this piques our interest, right?
Yes, I can. And I'm just as anxious as you are to find Rosa so that it can all be explained.
We need to find out if Robert had ever met Rosa prior to the abduction.
Yeah, but it's his blood.
It could be a setup, a misdirection.
Could be.
All right. Call me if you need me.
Where are you going?
Lille.
Lille? What for?
We're still mainly interested in Bresson's assistant. I'm going to see Erica Klein again.
What's the story on her passport?
Checks out. We found it in a male toilet.
So, why?
A few things about her past are weird. Where she grew up.
Chile, she said.
Yeah.
I need to talk. It's not possible.
Where in Chile is the weird bit.
Simply practical.
We have a photo from the German B&D of her at a Nazi funeral.
Nazi?
Leave it to us.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
On a retrouvé tout un lot de passeports sur la zone du crash. Tous avec la même clé d'encodage. Que des femmes qui ne sont pas sur la liste des passagers. Et ils viennent d'arrêter une fille à Douvres avec un passeport du même lot. The British insisting there is nothing to do with us. It's all part of an undercover operation you were running into an immigration scam.
I heard something about that.
Ils l'ont embarqué et ils refusent qu'on lui parle tant qu'ils n'ont pas terminé avec elle. It's a matter only for the British police. Leave it with us.
Except those aren't police in there with Bowden.
Precisely.
You see what I can find out.
Thanks. T'as parlé avec Erika Klein?
Ah non, j'y vais.
Long, Commander. We're trying to put Paul's affairs here in order, and then I must go back to the UK to sign the papers for the release of his body.
You don't need a temporary one anymore.
Thanks for returning it.
You grew up in Chile, you said?
Yes.
You were in fact born in the German settlement of Colonia Dignidad?
Yes. My parents had followed the founder from Munich.
That would be the pedophile, Paul Schaefer.
I don't think they knew that at the time.
Settlers weren't allowed to have babies there.
Schaefer made an exception for my parents.
Why?
I don't know. Well, not for sure anyway.
Alfonso Chanfrot, of French descent. When Schaefer allowed Pinochet to use Colonia Dignidad as a torture center, he was one of those alleged to have been taken there to be tortured and murdered.
I don't see the relevance of that if I wasn't even born at the time.
Paul Bresson raised the case of Chanfrot when Pinochet was detained in London. Did he know about your past?
Yes. And I passed the vetting to become his personal researcher.
What were you doing at the funeral of a man who worked with Mengele in Auschwitz?
Even if I did hold Nazi views, how would that influence what happened to the plane?
Do you know a man called Robert Fournier?
No.
Do you know a woman called Rosa Perso?
No.
What were you doing at that funeral? Giving a
Do you have an arrest warrant?
No.
Then I would ask you to leave before I file a formal complaint of harassment.
These are the Singapore fiscal management properties. Quite a few of them are empty.
Irony is, Singapore has an excellent public housing system where a lot of these property speculators probably live.
There's a few on the other side of the channel.
I'll send the French ones over to Detective Renard.
Your wish is my command.
Stop saying that, it's very annoying.
Yeah, here's the thing. I don't work for you.
BB. I want to drop into my old department. Public protection. I'll explain on the way. Hello. Who did that to you?
Man? Men?
Policemen?
And woman, bed. She...
She smokes?
Cigar?
She smokes a cigar. Cigarette? Small cigar.
Yes.
I want to help you. Is there something I can... Oh, shit. All right. I'll come back.
What are you doing here, Roebuck?
I want to see Yolanda.
Yolanda? Who's she?
Yolanda. Downstairs. Ex-colleague, PPU. She and Rosa Perso have the same type of diabetes. Type 2, not type 1, but it amounts to the same thing, except type 2 don't
Get
have
to the
do
fucking point.
thing. Came to talk about health apps, online prescriptions and that. We heard a lot of shouting. So we came up.
Well, clear off then. She's obviously fine.
Yeah. What's going on there? Passport spooks all over it.
Lying to Olivier.
You just lied to Bowden.
I didn't.
You did.
You lied. I just nodded.
Anyway, next time we take a translator.
Olivier? Okay, on arrive.
What?
We might get some answers. We've got her. We've got Rosa.
We have found the body of Madeleine Fournier. And we have found evidence linking you to the murders in Arras. And computer equipment we believe may be linked to an act of terrorism.
Why didn't they claim responsibility for that? They put Arras on the bloody internet.
We also found Robert Fournier's DNA in the flat you were using. Is it still alive? If you cooperate and help us to find Robert Fournier, then we can help you.
Just giving our comrades a chance to
Your
regroup.
colleague served in Mali. His identity will be very soon known. If he kills more people because you protect him, then things will be very hard on you.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
It's her birthday tomorrow.
Commander Wasserman.
I'd like to speak to you.
Not in here. I had a twin brother, Rudy. He disappeared when I was 6 years old.
Disappeared?
They said he fell in a nearby river, but I think he was murdered in Colonia Dignidad.
You know that ex-Nazis like Rutger Wolf visited the colony? Well, he was obsessed with twins because of his work with Mengele. You asked me why my parents were allowed to have children.
You think that the fact that they had twins...
That place was so fucked up.
Anyway, this is why I went to the funeral of Rutger Wolf, to try and get some information. Bresson knew about this and he supported me.
Why didn't you tell me this straight away?
Because Paul had just died and you were being so insensitive.
I was doing my job. Bresson was still a target and you didn't board the plane.
And it's a very personal thing. Losing a twin is very hard to explain, Detective. It is as if part of yourself has died. As if part of your personality has gone missing.
Do you want another coffee?
Yes.
S'il vous plaît.
See, there's a fire.
Ouais, c'est moi. Écoute, je pensais que tu serais rentré. J'ai les billets pour le concert ce soir. Donc, ben, dépêche-toi. Parce que sinon, je vais devoir y aller avec une de mes prétendantes. Je t'embrasse. Et rappelle-moi vite. Sympa le lapin que tu m'as posé hier. Pas un appel, rien du tout. Vraiment, merci.
Pas de problème.
Anything to say?
About what?
Elena Bacchia, the girl you were trying to hide from the investigation. Dodgy passports.
She was a nobody.
She died.
She topped herself. Saved us the cost of deporting her.
Christ, Mike.
Oh, Christ me. There are bigger things to worry about than some Eastern European town taking a nosedive for the PPU.
So we've put together a more complete picture of Robert Fournier, starting from his return to Belgium after his studies here, his business dealings with TKZ's system, his move to France, the brief treatment period for his heroin addiction, and his marriage to Madeleine. Finding him is obviously the #1 priority.
The investigating judge will charge Rosa Perso today for involvement in the arrest shootings. This could bring in other agencies. Today she will be transferred in a high-security unit in Levallois, France, and could move out of reach.
Because of Madeleine Fournier's murder, they have to allow a British cop access, though.
Especially after the good example you have been setting when it comes to sharing information.
Come on, Ollie, let it go. Carl, you get over there straight away?
Sure.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Merci.
Merci.
Come back and find you, though.
Sure. Just don't be a not-so-clever cunt, Carl. Nobody likes them.
Thanks, everyone.
I've got a signatory from one of the Singapore fiscal management properties.
Good.
Vanessa Hamilton. She runs a dating service.
Go and see her.
Sure.
Phoebe? There was a suicide last night at the PPU.
Carl, let's go.
Keep your hair on. I'm not taking them away from you.
Easy. I want you to find out everything you can about the girl.
Sure.
I'll call you.
What does it mean?
What?
Keep your hair on.
Oh, that's an idiom. And kids say it all the time. It means calm down.
I like it. Keep your hair on. Bon anniversaire, Julie.
Merci.
Oh, Julie.
Bonjour.
Happy birthday. Hi. My name's Detective Chief Inspector Carl Roebuck. I'm here to question you specifically about the Fournier family abduction last week. Did you know that Robert Fournier was your father's PhD student? Okay. The abduction and killing of Madeleine Fournier. That was to make us think that she had something to do with the plane crash, right? These are the two children who we fished out of the sea. When we pulled them out, they were reaching out for something, as if they were trying to hold on to something. Maybe they were. Maybe it was their mum. There she is.
You don't want to look at it? Look at it. Think about what you did to them.
Why didn't you claim responsibility for the plane crash? First terrorists to hack a plane out of the sky? That's something to shout about, isn't it?
Our forensic teams have found signs of sexual activity in the flat you were using. Specifically, DNA from semen belonging to Robert Fournier. Were you lovers? He was your mother's lover, wasn't he? Did he ever discuss that with you?
You better leave my mother out of this, you lying bitch.
I'm not lying.
She doesn't tend to.
I asked a question. You certainly had an intimate relationship with your mother.
We know that because we spoke to your father.
You don't have brothers and sisters, do you? I actually wondered whether or not Robert Fournier could be your dad, but... well, I guess the fact that you're mixed race probably rules that out. Your mother was white, right? Do you think he derives pleasure from seducing your father's wife, then daughter?
Vengeance on the great Sonny Perceau, who used to hero worship for not recognizing what a genius he was.
Do you think he's a genius? Your father described him as a mediocre intellect. Said he would only approach you to get to him.
In about half an hour, he won't be shooting his fucking mouth off anymore, that's for sure.
What's gonna happen to your father, Rosa? What's gonna happen, Rosa?
Sonny Perceau's in France, speaking at a university conference in Lille.
On prévient le président de l'université, on envoie tout le monde là-bas.
Tu veux que je vienne?
Non, tu viens d'arriver, c'est mieux que tu restes ici.
Pour les consignes de sécurité et évacuer le bâtiment.
Professor. Excusez-moi.
Merci, lieutenant.
With me, please.
Your colleagues have told me Rosa is in custody.
She's at Calais police.
Rosa is part of a group called Defense. They're responsible for the Arras shootings.
You think this was to be their next target?
I have to speak with her.
That's not possible.
I have to speak with her, even now.
Maybe after we've questioned her.
She might explain things to him, especially if his presence provokes her.
One thing at a time. Let's get you out of here.
Les otages libérés ont vu 2 autres terroristes armés, dont une qui correspond finalement de Rosa.
Ils ont 2 otages.
3. J'ai l'impression qu'ils ont pris Garrido en otage aussi.
Ça y est, on est branché.
Tu leur as sauvé la vie. Mon boulot.
Sorry.
La 9. Zoom sur la 9. Ils sont là. Ils sont à la PJ.
Ils sont où tous les otages?
How many?
3.
C'est pas le gars de la fusillade du QG Défense là?
Tu vois Garrido, on dit qu'il y a Garrido.
Ils sont coincés. Ça va se transformer en siège.
There's a cop here.
Zoom,
Go in on
sorry,
25. Go in. That's Julie, isn't it? Isn't it?
On a un flic dans le couloir des cellules qui a besoin de secours d'urgence. Envoyez une équipe du raid.
Fucking hell! Julie? Julie?
Julie!
She's alive. Julie, it's Carl Roebuck. Can you hear me?
Julie, tu m'entends?
What'd she say?
Julie?
What'd she say?
Garrido.
Garrido, t'inquiète pas, il va bien. Julie, on va te sortir d'ici, t'inquiète pas.
Julie?
Julie?
Julie? She's going to arrest. Get the fucking medics here now!
Elisa. Et Carla.
Not you.
Of course I'm going.
Carl, I've got nobody.
What about?
That's different. It's not like you.
Everybody's got somebody, Elise. You're not going in alone.